Welcome back guys to another Zero DTE video, and today Ernie's going to be talking about volume profile, so make sure you stay tuned. If you're interested in becoming a pro trader, check out the link in the description where you can find Ernie's education platform. Enjoy guys.
Once you have a line drawn, would you adjust that line slightly if you see historical prices hitting support or resistance close to that line, but not just a few points away? Would you adjust that line a little bit?
I don't. I might look and confirm the profile to see if it's correct, because sometimes the profile might change a little bit, but it's the other way around. I draw these at a much higher time frame. I can't see where price is going to be hitting these lines. You can see like big picture daily or 4-hour bars here, but when I'm trading during the day, I want to zoom in. I'm usually on a 5-minute or a 2-minute chart. I can't tell where these 4-hour bars are because each 4-hour bar, there's 30 or 40 or 50 of the bars that I'm looking at, the time frame I'm looking at. So there's just no way for me to see it. So I just use the profile. I don't even need the price chart to create the lines, I guess is my point. And then when I zoom in like to a 5-minute, 3-minute chart, it's obvious, right? You can see price is paying attention to these lines. I mean, if you looked at from here to here, all this price action here is like 1 4-hour bar from here to here. Right? I can't see each individual line that's popping up there, or in a daily bar, it's even more, right? I usually do it on daily, but there was no real reason to do it on a daily chart because there hasn't been enough historical price action to contain all of the price data within my chart. So in other words, I can put it on a 4-hour and I can easily see here, there's nothing to the left of these prices within the area that I'm interested in. Nothing, because we're near all-time highs. If there was, then I would probably use a day chart so that I can bring that into the discussion so I can see the proper volume profile. But the profile that I'm seeing right now is all the available price data that's ever existed within this range that I'm interested in trading. Right, so that's why I'm using a 4-hour. I could use a daily, but it's not providing me any real benefit. Then I have to go out like this. It's not really providing me anything extra. As a matter of fact, I think that you get slightly less detail when you're on a daily bar. I'm not sure if that's true or not. It's probably similar. I don't know if it's changing the shape, but I think with the 4-hour chart, I'm seeing a little bit better detail. So this chart went back to what, March, February, middle of February. I just want to make sure I have exactly the same amount of data in here so I can compare these two. I'm sure you'll all agree. This now is the exact same range of time in a 4-hour chart versus that daily chart that I just said, right? The reason why I'm doing this, I want to compare the volume profiles to see if there's a significant difference. This one, the 4-hour, looks like it has more details on it, doesn't it? The right one is the 4-hour. The left one is the daily. Same exact period of time. Would you agree with that?
I like using the 4-hour too, really, at
this period of time, for this amount of time compared, if you just compare the two, if you're going to mark one up and that amount of time, the 4-hour, if we were down around 4,500 and we had a couple of years worth of data, I would be forced to use the daily chart because I don't know if I could get in. Maybe I could probably still use the 4-hour, but I'd have to really compress it. And I don't know if the charting program would support it or not. But I think it's pretty clear that if I have this amount of data, using a 4-hour gives me a much more detailed volume profile so that it will allow me to identify with greater precision those structural elements. If you just look at this little node here compared to this node right here, it's clearly greater detail. It's not a huge difference, but it's a difference. You can really see it in this volume well right up here, where here you have much more fine-grained striations here in the base of it, where here it's just like chunky, or right above it, that feature right here compared to this one. So my goal, just to make the point, my goal is to get as much detail as I possibly can when I'm drawing that profile, because when I zoom in, that detail is going to reveal itself through price action. And this is another reason why I don't understand most people doing volume profile don't go down to this level and try to look for that detail. Instead, they have these big chunky fat bars. I'm not sure what that tells you. Why bother having it if you can't tell the specific levels where the volume resides or doesn't reside? Does that make sense to you guys? Having the finest grain display of volume, I think, makes a huge difference, because now when I zoom in, you can see very clearly where it's finding support and resistance. You come up here, you see this. It's just so obvious. Each one of these levels, it's paying attention to. Here, everywhere you look. I couldn't see this level of detail when I drew these lines. It's such a powerful tool.
Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the like button below. If there's any questions that you might have for Coach Ernie, make sure you leave them in the comment section. Thanks, guys.